This is a Flying Cow production.
Well, hello and welcome back to Movie Battles, a Flying Cow production. I am your host, Clay Johnson, the Flying Cow himself, and this is Movie Battles, where we take the very best we can find in Disney Pixar animation trivia and we put them head to head. But I am not doing this alone. I have with me today a very special guest. He is the host, one of the hosts of the Schmoedown Rundown, and just an all-around numbers man. He is Frankie Numbers, Frank Janisch. How we doing today, Frank?
I'm doing great, Clay. How you doing over here?
I'm doing great. I gotta say, it's great to have you here. I'm really excited to get in and call this match with you.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to do this. I'm very excited to see what our two competitors today have in store for us in terms of their knowledge of all things animated Disney Pixar. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because, like I said, this match is between the good boy Jack Allison and Amanda Whittle VanHiel. Now, what's interesting about this match is that both of these competitors were in the semifinals of a tournament that we just held. Both competitors had TKO'd their previous opponents. Both competitors were in the lead going into round number 2, and then they both hit the same category, package films, and ended up losing by TKO in the final round. So these competitors have a lot in common. They both have a lot to kind of redeem, but they're both very strong competitors. So this is going to be a match.
I'm very interested in terms of how, we were talking before here, the outcomes of this match and what it could lead to. The winner, obviously, will be playing Nikki, but we don't know if she'll be the champion or not the champion. But either way, they're going to have to face her.
Yeah, like I said, this could be a number 1 contender match. If Nikki wins her rematch against Hannah, then they will face her for the title. However, if she loses, they will be facing her in a number 1 contender match. So either way, whoever wins this match has a road to the title. It just depends on how long that road is.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pardon the interruption. We just have a short word before we begin the matches. First of all, the format for this game, as well as a few questions, were all sourced from the movie trivia Schmoedown. So if you enjoy this, make sure to check them out at theschmoedownlive.com and let them know that the cow sent you. Also, don't forget to check out the Flying Cow podcast feed for an assortment of podcasts about movies and television. Check that out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Spotify. And as always, if you want to get in contact with us, you can do so at The Flying Cow Pod on Twitter and Instagram, or you can email us at theflyingcowpod@gmail.com. And if you can't remember that, it's just on the banner right above us. Easy peasy. So without further ado, let's get back to those matches.
Well, let us go ahead and bring in our competitors. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, introducing first, representing Sunshine and Rainbows with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. She is the queen of the perfect first round. Her favorite films include The Little Mermaid, the Cars trilogy, and A Bug's Life. She is the fairest of them all, Amanda VanHiel.
Hello. Thank you
How we
for having
doing
me on
today,
again.
Amanda? All right, it is great to have you here. How you doing?
Doing good. Just
Are
got my
you-
coffee. Got a new kitty cat yesterday, so
Oh,
I'm doing
hey,
great.
There you go. Very nice. Are
All
you
things needed for a necessary victory.
Exactly.
right? Are you excited for this?
I am very excited. This
I mean-
can go either way. Jack is good, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like I said, you guys have a lot in common. You both came so close in your previous matches, and then just had the worst.
we both got package films, and had I been like proactive, I would have studied package films before now. But
it's
I didn't.
fine. It's all well. Let us go ahead and bring in your competitor for this match. And her opponent, representing Good Boys Everywhere, with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. His favorite films include Fantasia, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Wall-E. He is Jack, the Good Boy, Allison.
Yay. Thanks. Great to be here. Let's get this over with. I had to watch Dinosaur for this.
Oh.
You didn't have to. You chose to watch that. I mean, it might help.
Why else would someone watch Dinosaur?
It's a good point. It's a very good point. All right. Well, let us go ahead and get right into the rules for round number 1. Just a second. All right. So in round number 1, 8 questions from random categories will be given to both competitors. You will have 15 seconds to write down your answers. Answers must be said aloud when revealing your response. All questions in this round are worth 1 point. A perfect round. If either of you get a perfect round, you will receive a 1 point bonus question. That's something Amanda knows a little about. Competitors may request, you have 3 repeats that you can use throughout this match, so use them wisely. You also have a challenge. If you disagree with any ruling, you can challenge, and if it is upheld, you will keep your challenge. There is no stealing in this round. Do we have any questions as to the rules of round number 1? No? All right. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, Frank, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then let's do this. I think it's time for a movie battle. All right, so starting with round 1, question 1, in the category of early classics. These are the films of the 30s and early 40s. All right, and your question is, which segment of Fantasia features walking brooms and Mickey Mouse? I wish I
Interesting
had
question.
a walking broom.
This movie actually got me a little friendly towards brooms because I said, hey, if I had a broom like that, I might broom a lot more.
It's true. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Amanda, we will start with you. What is your response?
I think it's called Sorcerer's Apprentice.
That is correct. The Sorcerer's
Okay.
Apprentice. For half a second, I forgot what the question was. All right, Jack, what is your response?
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Wow.
Sorcerer's Apprentice is correct.
That is
All right.
quite a drawing.
Yeah, Jack has some very interesting artwork. All
And a
right.
lot of time.
Yeah. All
Has
right.
anyone mentioned the mask he's wearing yet? And just
Yeah, I think with
Okay.
Jack, usually you just kind of let it go and
Yeah.
see what happens.
I just hope he gets help one day.
All right. So moving into question number 2, they're currently tied at 1-1.
All right, this is in the category of Renaissance. Some may say Renaissance. It's Renaissance. The question is, in the film, what is Aladdin's first official wish?
I wish
If I had 3 wishes.
that would be. I honestly can't think of what I would wish for, but just to have one would be nice.
Could you be the person who says, if I had a wish, I'd wish for 3 more wishes? Could you be that person?
In 5.
That's against the rules.
4.
in
Yeah, I
Aladdin.
think so. Yeah, it's against the rules.
2-1. All right. So, I think Jack, we're starting with you this time.
Make me a prince.
Yep. All right. And Amanda.
To be a prince.
All right. Both correct. All right. So currently we're tied at 2 apiece. Moving into question number 3. In the realm of the dark times, these are the films of the 2000s. All right. And your question. What is the name of the lead character in Treasure Planet?
Man, Treasure Planet. What a wow, that brings me back.
This is a film that I circled around for years, but I was actually in my 20s when this came out, so it took a while to actually watch it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Amanda, what do we got?
Jim Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins is correct. And Jack?
Jim Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins. All right, we are staying neck and neck, tied 3 apiece.
All right, here we go with question number 4 in the category of Pixar. Your question is, what is the name given to the young human girl Sully befriends in Monsters, Inc.? Man, Monsters, Inc. That was a lot of these movies are so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I remember when I first saw this movie, my friends took me to see it for my birthday. I was wearing my gym jams. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Jack.
Boo.
Boo is correct. And Amanda.
Boo.
Boo. All right, both boo, both correct. Moving into the next question, question number 5. All right, which is the category of the decline and wilderness. These are the films of the 60s and through the 80s. All right, and your question. In what film will you find the villainous Madame Medusa and her pet crocodiles?
Did you ever have any exotic pets, Clay?
No, the most exotic pet I have is a dog who acts like a crocodile.
Huh.
Yeah.
You should probably get that looked at. I don't know.
Yeah, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Amanda, let's start with you.
Rescuers.
The Rescuers is correct. And Jack?
Rescuers.
All right. So we are currently tied at 5, going into question number 6, a familiar category for these competitors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I think they'd be thrilled when they hear that the category is package films.
good
Dios
Lord.
mío.
Package films.
Their best.
All right. Here we go. Here's the question. In which package film will you find a segment about a penguin named Pablo? I don't know many Pablos, to tell you the truth.
I don't think I've ever met a Pablo in real life, at least.
I mean, there's not that many famous Pablos. I mean, Picasso, obviously, but like,
I don't know. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So Jack, we're starting with you, sir.
Saludos amigos.
That is incorrect.
It begins again.
Amanda.
I've hit the same. Saludos, amigos.
Wow.
So both are cut off from their perfect rounds. The correct
I just
answer
want the
was
bonus question.
the three caballeros. The three caballeros. So just right after Saludos Amigos, but not quite there. All right. So moving into question number 7, which is the category of classics, the films of the 1950s. And your question: in Peter Pan, what is the name of Captain Hook's first mate and personal assistant? Wish I had a personal assistant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really need an assistant these days. You know, I mean, I'm you know, it would be really nice just, hey, can you do my laundry real quick?
Yeah,
Can you buy my groceries?
that's what I want. In 5,
Just a little.
4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Amanda, going to you first.
Me.
Smee is correct. And Jack.
Mr. Smee.
Mr. Smee, it's all the same person. That is correct. So they once again pick it up. So we are now tied at 6 apiece. 6 apiece. Going into the final question of this round, question number 8.
Number 8, it is in the category of CG Revolution. That's 2010s. And your question is, in Tangled, what is the name of Rapunzel's pet chameleon? Again, another Disney, a lot of exotic animal pets, whether it's in Aladdin or this film. Or I once had a goldfish. So
that's
did that count?
Exotic, but
All right. Well, okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Jack, what do we say?
Pascal.
Pascal is correct. And Amanda? Pascal. Absolutely. All right, so at the end of round number 1, these two are tied at 7 points apiece. Unfortunately, the package films question kept either one of them from getting that perfect round, but they're pretty high up there at 7 points apiece. It is, it's tied, so it's anybody's game.
Absolutely. It was a great first round. A lot of knowledge displayed here. And unfortunately, the package films comes back here and bites them. But 7 points, nothing to sneeze at as we head into the second round.
Absolutely. Going into round number 2. And the rules for round number 2 are as follows. Each competitor will get to spin the wheel. You get up to 2 spins. If you do not like your first category, you can choose to spin again. However, whatever you land on second, you are stuck with. Unless, of course, you land on opponent's choice at any point, in which case you're stuck with that. Competitors will get 4 questions from that category. Questions are worth 2 points. However, multiple choice is available in this round, but if a competitor chooses multiple choice, the value will drop to 1 point. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. Opponents may steal if competitors give an incorrect response. Repeats and challenges are still in effect for this round. Do we have any questions as we move into round number 2? No? All right. Then I will go ahead and bring up the wheel. All right. So now we are into round number 2. We've got the wheel up. Since we were tied at 7 going into this match, Jack, you are the recognized favorite, so you get the choice. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to Amanda?
I'll take first spin.
All right, so this is your spin, Jack.
Oh boy, there's package films on that wheel, but
It is, but Jack has landed on the Disney Renaissance, the films mostly from the 90s. So what are you thinking, Jack? Do you want to keep it or would you like to spin again?
I've learned my lesson from last time. I'm keeping it.
All right. All right. That actually might be a very wise choice. So let us go ahead and drop out the wheel. So let me,
Bye, wheel.
here we go. All right.
yeah.
And we will bring up the category of Renaissance. All right, Jack. So your questions in the category of Renaissance. Question number 1. In Aladdin, while faking mental illness, what does Jasmine mistake for a doctor?
Abu, the monkey.
That is incorrect.
Huh.
Amanda, you have the opportunity to
Wow.
steal, so let me repeat. The question is, in Aladdin, while faking mental illness, what does Jasmine mistake for a doctor?
Is multiple choice allowed on this one? I can't remember.
No, well, it would be, but he didn't choose multiple choice, so you don't get multiple choice.
Right. I want to say it was a horse, so I'm going to say horse.
Not quite. It was a
So close.
camel.
Camel. Oh, that was my
Watch
second.
out,
I
they
knew
spit.
better than that.
Yeah. Jasmine mistook Abu for the Sultan,
Sultan.
not the devil.
Okay.
All right. So moving on to question number 2. What British comedian provided the voice of Zazu in 1994's The Lion King?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are, all right, is it A, John Oliver, B, Eddie Izzard, C, Rowan Atkinson, or D, John Cleese?
C, Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson is correct for 1 point. All right. So then moving into question number 3. In the film, what ancient city does Hercules save from the Hydra?
Thebes.
Thebes is correct for 2 points. All right. So moving to your final question in this round. In Mulan, what animal does Mushu keep mistaking Mulan's horse for?
Multiple choice.
All right. And your options are, all right. Is it A, a dog, B, a cow, C, a donkey, or D, a camel?
Cow.
Cow is correct for 1 point. So at the end of Jack's round number 2, he is in the lead 11-7. 4-point lead. Not too much for Amanda to overcome. So we will have to see what happens in this next round.
Solid round by Jack there. Stumbled right there in the first question, but then got the next 3. And yeah, he has that 4-point lead, and we'll see what Amanda can do with her category.
Absolutely. We shall see. All right. So Amanda, can you see the wheel?
Well, right now it says Clay. Well, yeah. Okay. I can see it now.
All right. There we go. All right. Then Amanda, this is your spin.
All righty.
All right. And you have landed on John and Alan. These are the roles of John Ratzenberger and Alan Tudyk. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'm going to keep it. We'll see how this goes.
All right. So both of these competitors are terrified of this wheel. Neither of them want to land on package film. So-
Anything is better than package films at this point.
Sound strategy. Giving away it's kind of worked out for them in the past.
Oh, yeah. So we are going to now get 4 questions in the category of John and Alan. Frank, do you have these?
Yes, I got them up here. All right. Here we go in the category of John and Alan. Your first question is, what is the name of John Ratzenberger's character in A Bug's Life?
Okay, I think I know it, but I'm gonna get multiple choice just to make sure.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, P.T. Flea, B, Beetle Bailey, C, Heimlich, or D, the Ringworm Brothers.
Okay, PT Flea.
P.T. Flea is correct for 2 points.
1, right?
1, because I got multiple choice.
Oh, 1 point. One
Yeah.
point because it was multiple choice.
Yeah.
I almost gave you a free point there. But
It's okay. The
she's,
score
she's an honorable player. She's an honorable player. Yeah.
And I'm a
All
douchebag.
right.
I'd have done the
You're
same to you, so that it'd be even.
All right.
All right. Now for your second question for 2 points right now, for now. Here's the question. In Frozen, Alan Tudyk plays the Duke of what fictional place?
The Duke of Wesselton / Weaseltown.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. She's
All right.
doing very well here so far. So far, looking good.
All right. Moving on to question number 3. Which character does Alan Tudyk voice in Moana?
Hey.
Hey is correct for another 2 points.
All right.
All right, here we go. Question number 4, your final question. In the beginning of the original Toy Story, during Andy's play, what role does Ham play?
Oh, what role does Ham play in the original Toy Story? All right, multiple choice.
All right, going to multiple choice. Your options are A, Dr. Porkchop, B, the safe, C, townsperson, or D, the mayor.
Dr. Porkchop.
That would be incorrect. Jack?
Can I get a repeat of
Here's
the
the
multiple choice, please?
Sure, I'll read the question and the multiple choice.
Thank you.
In the beginning of the original Toy Story, during Andy's play, what role does Ham play? Your options are A, Dr. Porkchop, B, the safe, C, townsperson, D, the mayor.
The safe?
That is correct for a 1-point
Nice.
steal.
Oh, man. I want to say mayor.
Deal, which means that we are currently tied going into round number 2. Did I say that these two were going to be
Big
good
steal.
foils for each other, or did I not?
Excellent matchup so far. A big steal there by Jack to close out round number 2. And once you get into that final round, well, who knows what's going to happen there.
Absolutely. And going into round number 3, the rules for round number 3 are competitors will pick 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20 that correspond to 3 random categories. Each competitor gets 3 questions. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. There will be no stealing or multiple choice in this round. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. Any questions as to the rules of round number 3? All right, then, because we are at a tie game, Jack, you have the opportunity to choose your 3 numbers first. So what 3 numbers sound good to you?
Please don't let me get mad over this. 4, 2, and 12. Actually, no, 4, 2, and 11.
All right, 4, 2, and 11. All right, and Amanda, how about you?
All right, we're gonna go with 1,
Okay.
7, and 17.
1, 7, and 17. All right. So Amanda, we are going to start with your 2-point question. You chose category 1, correct?
Yes.
All right. And that relates to the category of early classics.
Okay.
Early classics, the films of the 30s and early 40s. So your question is, what was the second Disney animated film?
Is multiple choice on this one? I can't remember.
No, not in round number
It's not? Okay. Second animated film.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
5, 4.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is correct for 2 points. Correct for 2 points. Amanda clearly
Queued up one.
is not certain about that, but she got it correct, and she sends it back to Jack to answer his 2-point question.
All right, and he picked number 4, and that relates to the category of The Decline.
Yes, which is the films of the 60s
right.
and 70s.
Here we go, Jack. You ready? All right. Your question is, what are the names of the Dalmatian parents in 101 Dalmatians?
Pongo and Perdita.
There you go. He's got 2 points and evens it up with Amanda.
Yeah, he even said her proper name, Perdita.
Yeah.
I had Purdy, the nickname. So,
That was the first movie I ever saw. I know it.
well, there you go. There you go.
How about that?
All right. So, moving into Amanda's 3-point question, she chose number 7. That relates to the category of the dark times, the films of the 2000s. All right. And Amanda, your question is, what is the name of the middle brother in Brother Bear?
The name of the middle brother in Brother Bear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the main bear was Coda. I'm gonna go with Coda because maybe he happened to be the middle bear. I don't know.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Denahi. And I'm sure
Yeah, I never
Jack
would've
is
guessed that.
thieving right now that he didn't get that question.
One Brother Bear question. I'm like,
Jack, for those that don't know, loves Brother Bear. So, yeah.
I keep forgetting that movie even exists.
fair enough.
Most people do. All right. So, with that, we are currently tied at 14. So we are now going to move into Amanda's, or actually, no, we're going to move into Jack's 3-point question. And he chose the category number 2, and that relates to the category of package films.
Oh.
I was waiting for the smirk. I knew it as soon as you did that little.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay. So, your 3-point question in package films. The Mickey and the Beanstalk segment of Fun and Fancy Free is narrated by what famous ventriloquist?
Charlie McCarthy.
That is correct. It's Edgar Bergen. Charlie McCarthy is his puppet.
Yeah, I know.
But unfortunately, so close, but not quite there. So we will now move to Amanda for her 5-point question. All right. Her 5-point question, she chose number 17.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the category of villains. Disney villains. Disney or Pixar, but yeah, villains. All right. And your question. What prolific actor, comedian, and voice actor provided the voice of Captain Hook in 1953's Peter Pan?
Oh gosh. I have no idea. I wouldn't even be able to come up with a name.
5, 4, 3.
All right. Okay.
2,
So unfortunately, the answer was Hans Conried. Hans Conried.
Okay.
That
So
sounds like a Nazi.
Yeah, he does.
All right. I don't think he was, because they let him in the States and let him make movies, but you never know. All right. So let's move then over to Jack's 5-point question. Now, where we are, if Jack gets this correct, he will win the game outright. However, if Jack misses, then we will have to go into sudden death, because we're currently still tied at 14 apiece. So Jack, you chose number 11 for your 5-pointer, and that relates to the category of
Also package films.
movie
sequel, yes,
quotes.
Okay.
All right. And your question in movie quotes for 5 points. In what film will you find the line, "For the last time, we did not order a giant trampoline"?
Five, 4, 3,
Incredibles 2.
2.
And we're going into sudden death.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
the
that.
correct answer was The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. Okay.
Emperor's New Groove. So, sudden death. I'm just hoping I have enough questions. But we are moving into sudden death. So let me bring up the rules for sudden death. So the rules for sudden death are as follows. It's basically just like round number 1. You're going to have your pad, yep, and something to write with. Questions and random unnamed categories will be given to all competitors. You will have 15 seconds to write your answer down. Answers must be read aloud while reading a response. Questions are worth 1 point. The first competitor to get a lead, so somebody misses and somebody gets it right, you win. You have in this round, no matter how many you had going in, you have 1 repeat and 1 challenge. Okay. I don't think either of you used any repeats or, well, you definitely didn't use any challenges, but I don't think you used any repeats, but you now only have 1. Okay. So use it wisely. All right. What are the names of the lead mice in The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under?
This is it. This could be it.
Yeah.
Every single question from here on out.
I did not expect to have to use this so soon, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, Amanda, let us see your answer first.
Bernard and Bianca.
Bernard and Bianca. All right, and Jack?
Bernard and Miss Bianca.
Bernard and Miss Bianca, that is correct. All right, so we're going to go to question number 2.
All right. Question number 2. Here we go. In Lady and the Tramp, what is the name of Lady's forgetful bloodhound friend? Tense situations here.
Yeah. I'm definitely feeling tense. I don't know about you, Frank.
I'm going to tell you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Jack.
Trusty.
And Amanda.
Rusty.
Both are correct.
All right, so we're going to move to the next question. In Make Mine Music, what is the name of Johnny Fedora's lost love?
You ever lose a love?
Too many.
Too many, in fact, huh?
Yeah, we don't have time in 15 seconds.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down.
All right, and we are going first to Amanda.
So I was trying to come up with something clever because I have no clue. So I just put Sally. I was gonna put Sally Sailor Hat because I was wanting like some kind of like alliteration.
All right, and Jack.
I think I got this half right. Lisa Blue Bonnet.
It is
Yeah, exactly.
Alice Bluebonnet. So
Oof.
close.
Yeah.
Oh,
So close.
Yeah.
Amanda
However,
lives to see another question. Oh,
Whew.
so close.
so we move to the next.
I hate everything.
All right. Well, let's see if you hate this. In question number 4, here we go. What Office alum provides the voice of disgust in Inside Out? I really liked Inside Out.
Yeah,
Just recently saw it for the first time.
It's among my favorite Pixar films, definitely.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And I think we're starting with
Jack.
Amanda or Jack. Jack. What do you got, Jack?
Mindy something.
And Amanda?
Jane Wilson.
Ooh, both are unfortunately incorrect. The answer was Mindy Kaling. Jack, so close.
Once
Oh,
again,
disgust was a
Can't
girl.
accept something.
Okay. I was thinking of the fear one,
oh, all right. All right.
and I was
So
guessing a guy.
moving into question number 5. In what film will you find characters such as Roquefort, Uncle Waldo, and Scat Cat?
We're really getting deep into this round here, Clay. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be
know.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't
We've
know.
seen a few misses and some sneak by.
Oh, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, and we are starting with
I'm starting with Amanda.
Aristocats.
the Aristocats and Jack.
Aristocats.
Aristocrats.
Cats. All right. Once again, they both get it correct. It seems like no matter what happens, they either both get it right or they both get it wrong. I mean, obviously, or we wouldn't be here. But
Seems like Amanda
said
and I like a
before-
lot of the same movies.
You said before they're both kind of evenly matched here, and we're seeing why deep into sudden death now.
absolutely. All right. Well, moving into question number 6. What is the name of the female deer who eventually falls in love with Bambi?
Bambi, I think, was one of the very first Disney films I ever saw.
I actually just watched it today, right before these matches.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right. And we are starting with Amanda.
I don't know. Fawn.
And Jack.
I put The Incredible She Bambi.
Okay. So once again, they both miss that one. And we move into question number 7.
Okay, what was her
Now-
name? Because I'm gonna want to know.
Oh, sorry. It was Feline.
I got the F.
Now, not only are the competitors sweating at this point, but I know Clay is because we're getting high on the question bank here.
I mean, I've got some to throw in here, but yeah, it's getting tense.
Amanda, our plan is working. I mean,
I
what?
knew it. Our plan was just to go through everything, and then we just take over and win.
See how much he's got.
Yep.
Oh, you're testing that. All right.
All right, here. Question number 7 in sudden death. Here we go. In The Princess and the Frog, what is the name Ray calls the star he is in love with? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And I guess we're going to start with Jack.
I forgot it.
And Amanda?
I almost wrote down Evangelion, but Evangeline.
And your winner, Amanda VanHiel.
I was
That's
sweating
right.
that one out.
Evangeline was the correct answer, and Amanda moves on to a possible number one contendership. Either way, she will be playing on the route to the title. Great match, guys. You guys can go ahead and drop out, and we will bring you back in just a second for your interviews. Well, that went a lot deeper than I was expecting.
Yeah, great match up there. Through the first 2 rounds, neck and neck. The third final round, which we thought was going to be the final round, they got some pretty tough questions there at the end with their 3s and 5s, and then forced us into sudden death. And we had to go 7 questions deep into sudden death before we could find a winner. And great match by both players.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for anyone wondering, the final score there was Amanda winning with 18 to Jack's 17. Let's go ahead and bring Jack back in here. Unfortunately, not successful today, but my goodness, what a match between these two. Jack, how you feeling?
You know what? I'm a little frustrated because I watched The Princess and the Frog 2 days ago, but I guess it didn't leave much of an impact. That being said, I'm not disappointed really. Ultimately, Amanda's a great competitor. I was happy to go up against her, especially given our history. And honestly, I fully admit I tied up because of luck mostly. So you know what? Well earned on her part. Congratulations.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you've had quite the string of back and forth luck here, Jack. You win 2 matches, but then you lost a match via TKO. An exhibition, but you lost a previous match. It's not part of your record, but I've got to say though, this is the first time you've ever lost by 1 point. Usually when you lose, it's by TKO. It's like you're flipping the mantra of Lane Smith in The Mighty Ducks. It's not worth losing if you can't lose big, but not today. Today, actually, no, you did lose. You lost. You lost in a big match, just not in the same way.
You're correct. I think yeah.
I gotta say though, either way, you look impressive out there, and regardless of the outcome of this match, I wouldn't be surprised to see you in another number one contendership match at some point very soon.
I'm never coming back.
Well, that's unfortunate to hear, because I was gonna ask you who might you want to play if you do come back.
I'd say my dad, so he'd be proud of me for a change. But I'm going to default to Watkins again. Like I said, good friend of mine, but also I know she's a heck of a contender, and I'd be proud to take her on.
I mean, I will say she called you out in her match, and you've got a few more matches, but you've got a similar record now, so it might be a perfect match. We'll have to see.
Maybe.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining us here today, Jack. We'll see you next time, buddy.
Goodbye.
All right. Well, let us go ahead and bring our winner of today's match back in the Fairest, Amanda VanHiel. How you doing? How you feeling?
That could have gone either way. That was so close. I got lucky. I got really lucky with the John and Alan category.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that is a category that I think most people would avoid because, it's like, well, what are those questions like? But yeah, I mean, you did very well in that category. You got a lot of those right. And yeah, I mean, you still ended up being tied with Jack going into having to go into sudden death.
Yeah, it's clear that Jack and I just know the same movies. That's how it ended up this way.
So I have to ask you, with this win, you now have possibly, basically, you're going up against Nikki either way, but it could possibly be for the title or a number one contender match to go for the title. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I was nervous before this one because, and even though this was just silly fun, I still like get nervous anytime I'm put on the spot for anything.
Well, I mean, do you?
But excited, so.
All right. So the next match coming up is going to decide basically your fate. So who do you have in that match? I mean, obviously, if Nikki wins, you'll be going for a title. If Hannah wins, you just get a number one contender. Maybe you want a little space, or maybe you want that title match immediately. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm good with going on for the title match just for fun, because that'd be like cool. Hannah is who I lost against, so I would, and she was good, and Nikki is good. The thing is they're both like awesome and know everything and amazing like that. So it's like if I lose to either of them, I would feel like okay about it.
Well, that's good. So you don't mind who wins because you feel fine losing to either one of them.
Exactly. It's like, if I'm gonna lose, at least I'm gonna lose to like people who know their stuff.
Yeah, I mean that.
Like just like if I had lost to Jack, I'd be like, I respect that 100%.
All right. Well, Amanda, I look forward to your next match against Nikki, whatever it's for. We will see. But thank you for being here once again.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Wow. Well, here we are. Like I said, coming up, we've got that championship match, that title match, but I don't know how it can get much more exciting than the match we just saw.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, again, tight throughout the first, almost the whole match, very tight. Some misses and then some steal, a big steal by Jack actually to keep it within regulation and then into sudden death. So having to go 7 questions deep and you miss a couple along the way, I think that can really rattle the nerves sometimes. And Amanda was able to pull out the victory in the end. And Jack, well, apparently you're just never going to see him again.
I mean, he says that today, tomorrow, he'll be volunteering for everything under the sun. We
all say things in the heat of the moment we don't mean, of course.
Absolutely. But once again, thanks to everyone for watching. And Frank, thank you again so much for doing this.
No, thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.
This is a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So be sure to check out the next match, which is going to be a championship match, a championship rematch between the Chartmaster, Hannah Kiefer, and Nikki, the Nova Baldwin. It's going to be exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay here, stay watching, and as always, move.
Move.